These stories were created by an AI to bring you chills and thrills. If you notice any mistakes or odd phrasing, I sincerely apologize. Sit back, enjoy the eerie atmosphere, and remember, sometimes the scariest things are closer than you think. When Ethan moved into his new apartment, the neighbors were friendly, too friendly. They smiled, waved, and even brought him homemade cookies. But the moment he mentioned apartment 303, their faces went pale. "Don't ask about it," one whispered. "Just don't." At night, the hallway outside his door came alive with sounds. Heavy footsteps, low murmurs, and the unmistakable sound of something being dragged across the floor. It was rhythmic, deliberate, like someone was pulling a body, over and over again. One evening, Ethan couldn't take it anymore. He stood outside 303, his ear pressed against the door. The dragging sound was louder now, accompanied by a faint, wet squelching. The door was slightly ajar, and a cold draft seeped out, carrying with it the stench of rot and decay. Taking a deep breath, he pushed the door open. The apartment was dark, save for the faint glow of an open refrigerator. The floor was slick with a dark, sticky substance that trailed into the kitchen. Ethan's stomach churned as he realized. The trail wasn't just liquid. It was streaked with strands of hair and bits of torn fabric. He bent down to examine the stain when a whisper brushed against his ear. "Do you need help?" Ethan spun around, but the room was empty. The whisper came again, this time from the kitchen. "I can help you." Before he could react, the door slammed shut behind him. The refrigerator door creaked open wider, revealing shelves lined with jars, each filled with murky liquid and something floating inside. Something that looked like fingers. The whisper turned into a laugh, low and guttural. "You shouldn't have come in, Ethan." And then the dragging sound started again, but this time it was coming from behind him. Every night, Lily left her curtains open just a crack. From her bedroom, she could see into the apartment across the street, where an old man sat by the window, staring into the night. He never moved, never blinked, never turned off the light. It was as if he was waiting for something or someone. One evening, as she was getting ready for bed, she glanced at his window. For the first time in weeks, the old man wasn't there. The room was dark, the chair empty. Lily felt a strange sense of relief, but it was short-lived. At 3 a.m., a loud thud woke her up. Disoriented, she turned toward the window. The old man was back. But something was wrong. His face was pressed against the glass, his mouth slightly open, as if he was whispering. His eyes were wide, unblinking, and his skin was a sickly gray. Lily's breath caught in her throat. She wanted to look away, but she couldn't. Then she noticed something worse, the reflection in the glass. Someone was standing behind her. She spun around, but the room was empty. When she turned back to the window, the old man was gone. The light in his apartment was off, and the chair was empty again. Relieved, she let out a shaky breath. But then she heard it, a faint tapping on her bedroom window. She turned slowly, her heart pounding. The old man was there, his face pressed against her window now. His lips moved, forming silent words. And behind him, in the darkness of her room, a shadow began to rise. Nathan had never seen the guy who lived in the basement apartment. The landlord said he kept to himself, and the other neighbors acted like he didn't exist. "Just don't bother him," they warned. "He's different." One night, as Nathan was heading home, he noticed the basement window was open. Dim candlelight flickered inside, casting strange, twisting shadows on the walls. Just as he was about to walk away, something moved. A pale hand slowly gripped the windowsill. The fingers were long, too long, with jagged nails that scraped against the glass. The hand crawled upward, revealing an arm, thin and skeletal, with skin that looked like it had been stretched too tight. Nathan froze as a face emerged from the darkness. The eyes were hollow, the mouth twisted into a grotesque grin. The thing tilted its head, staring directly at him. Then it spoke. "Oh, you finally saw me, Nathan. Now I can come upstairs." The basement light went out. Nathan stumbled back, his heart racing. He ran to his apartment, slamming the door shut behind him. He locked it, bolted it, and pushed a chair against it for good measure. But as he stood there panting, he heard it, a faint scratching at the door. Then a voice, soft and mocking. "You can't keep me out, Nathan. I've been waiting for so long." The scratching grew louder, more frantic. Nathan backed away, his eyes fixed on the door. The handle began to turn, slowly at first, then faster, and then the door creaked open,